Endangered species, like the fur seal, are dependent on their specific environment for their survival. Environments too can be threatened, which has a domino effect on the landscape and the dependent animals. Conflict between different species is not confined to the animal kingdom. Precious homes to endemic bird species, the endangered Scalasia forests of the Galapagos are unique to the islands. But on one island, farming in the past has depleted the forests to a mere 1% of their former glory. And that 1% is being overrun with invasive species. In this case, it's the humble blackberry. Data is gathered from selected areas. It's a workplace you have to work hard to get to.
Una, dos, tres.
Other team members are working on the Marine Invasive Species project. 500 years of ocean-going vessels have visited the Galapagos and brought most of the alien species to these shores on their hulls. Transects are created, lines through natural areas where frequent measurements can be taken over long periods of time, underwater and topside.
Y empieza otra vez en 10:30.
The data is used to measure the effectiveness of all the efforts to expunge invasive species on land. And while a topside blackberry makes its presence problematic, underwater the threats are much more difficult to identify, contain and control. The team prepare data sets so a baseline of invasive species can be established. Progress against invasive species on land is labor-intensive. The team employs 3 methods of control. They root out offenders by hand. To clear the land for planting, the blackberry is cut down. And herbicides are carefully applied to halt the invaders' further growth. This project has been going on for 6 years, and it's believed that it will take a number of generations to complete. When the plants are judged resilient enough to survive in areas where invasive species still hold ground, they're planted where they originally grew. Despite the enormous efforts by all involved, with an ever-increasing blackberry invasion, the future of this replanted endemic species is by no means guaranteed. The seas around the Galapagos are also plagued by unwanted flotsam. No responsible person on the ocean will fail to pick up discarded plastic. It's a duty of care that's too often called upon. Volunteers clear the beaches of the larger plastic pieces, pieces that can be rafts for invasive species. Records are kept of any potential invaders. At risk from invasive algae is the marine iguana. They excel in clinging onto the rocks as they are battered by the waves. Food is always worth a few risks. As territorial creatures, it's always the larger marine iguana who has the upper claw. Aggressive head bobbing is a warning signal to others. But if they accept a challenge, the fight is more of a ritual than a life and death struggle. They seem perfectly content to let finches pluck ticks and mites from their skin. Excess salt picked up from their ocean-going foraging is expelled in the least polite manner. While the marine iguana is rare as an endemic species, it's not as rare as the mangrove finch. There are approximately 100 individuals remaining in the wild, so it was clear intervention was vital. The finches are under attack from an invasive species, specifically the larva of a fly that inserts itself into nestlings and sucks their blood.